What's good with your fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. Hey, listen, man, first off, I want to welcome everybody to the channel. And if you're new here, I want you to be here. So think about hitting that subscribe button as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. Hey, listen, man, what a fight, what a masterful display of boxing by the Brit Anthony Joshua to become two-time heavyweight champion of the world by defeating AJ and Ruiz from Pillsbury, who came in, what was it, 16 pounds overweight. There's some shit I didn't like about the end of the fight, man. AJ Ruiz had a lot of excuses, he talked about, he trained himself for a lot of this camp, and you know what I'm saying, He was the weight was too much, and he thought he was going to be stronger. And how in the hell do you think coming in 283 pounds that you could win a heavyweight title fight? Do you guys realize that that is the second heaviest weight ever in history by a heavyweight fighter? The heaviest weight was by I think he was a Russian dude that David Haye won the title from, but he was 7'2". I think he was 330 pounds. But this dude, Anthony Ruiz, man, I've been saying it to the build up to this fight, man. I've been watching a lot of video with him eating all type of pasta, with him eating all type of pizza and drinking pop. I mean, this is during the time when he's supposed to be in training camp. You understand what I'm saying? Meanwhile, I watched Anthony Joshua, the first couple weeks of the training camp. I was a little iffy of where his headspace was at. You know what I'm saying? I was not sure if he was confident. Did he believe that he could win? Did he believe in the game plan that, his team had set out? But about 3 or 4 weeks ago, man, I started seeing AJ dialed in. You know what I'm saying? I started seeing him more focused. He was ready to get busy, man. He was ready to get busy. Dark Maud in the house. What's good with you, fam? He says AJ ran away the whole fight. Man. Fahad. AJ is now the two-time heavyweight champion of the world. And I say to Dark Mod, this is what I've been seeing. I've been seeing this. I always check the temperature before I do something, man. AJ Ruiz lost. Anthony Joshua is now the two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in. And for those of you guys who say Anthony Joshua ran the whole night, a lot of these dudes that I hear saying that are the same guys who loved and complimenting Floyd Mayweather through his whole career. You understand what I'm saying? They complimenting Floyd Mayweather his whole career. Now all of a sudden, you see a big heavyweight, Anthony Joshua, come in and do it. Now he's running. These are the same guys who were fans of Floyd Mayweather. Same guys who backed Floyd Mayweather all these years now saying Anthony Joshua ran. No, Anthony Joshua put on a masterful class of boxing on Andy Ruiz's ass, man. And that's just it. You know what I'm saying? He was disciplined. He stuck to his game plan, something that I was not sure that he was going to be able to do for 12 solid rounds. But Anthony Joshua, man, he was motivated and he came in there ready to win his titles back, man. Heavyweight isn't about boxing, it's about brawling. Yeah, okay, A-Rod 54, I have to commend Anthony Joshua, man. He surprised me, dog. He surprised me. I didn't see him. I thought he would start out, trying to stick and move, but I did not see him doing it for 12 whole rounds, man. But Anthony Joshua, he was able to do it for 12 whole rounds, and he needs to be commended, man. He boxed beautifully, man. He boxed beautifully. He cut Andy Ruiz in the first round. You know what I'm saying? That set the tone for the rest of the match. He was letting Andy Ruiz know, man, that I am here and I ain't playing no games. And AJ was talking shit during the fight. I don't know if y'all seen it, but he was talking shit, and Andy Ruiz was taking cheap shots on the break, hitting them all in the back, hitting them, when the referee comes in and break, I was kind of worried that he may knock Anthony Joshua out on the break. You know what I'm saying? But AJ was having none of it. Andy Ruiz hit him after the break. Anthony Joshua comes right back and hit his ass right back. You understand what I'm saying? That's the definition of a true warrior. That's the definition of a true champion, man. Anthony Joshua, man, he showed that, that he has it. You know what I'm saying? He shows that he has it. How many fighters, bounce back from a loss? How many fighters have you seen lose before? You know what I'm saying? And come back and have a very successful career. There's too much emphasis on fighters taking a loss. You know what I mean? That makes fighters scared to face each other, man, scared to face the top competition, man, because they don't want to take a loss. But a loss does not define a fighter's career. It's what you do after the loss, man. And I got to commend Anthony Joshua. He was humble when he lost the fight. He didn't make no excuses. Meanwhile, there was all type of excuses that he could have brought up. People were saying he was concussed. People were saying that, he had a panic attack. People were saying he was knocked out in sparring. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony Joshua, man, he didn't make no excuses, man. He gave Andy Ruiz his credit. He says, yo, this guy beat me. He beat me, and that's all there's to it. But right after the fight, man, you hear Andy Ruiz, and I'm kind of disappointed in Andy Ruiz, man. He started talking about his lack of training, his lack of preparation. He started talking about his weight. You understand what I'm saying? 503 line, what's good with you, fam? Exactly, man. He did what he had to do. Rico Shaw, I see you, fam. He did what he had to do. Rico Shaw says AJ did what he was supposed to do, get the W. I just want it undisputed, and it does not look like that's going to happen now. And that's one thing that, I'm worried about. You know what I'm saying? Will Anthony Joshua be willing to make the undisputed matchup with Deontay Wilder? But that's for another video, man. Right now, Derek Bailey, what's good with you, fam? Big Faces Worldwide, my man, I appreciate you, man. Dre Spective Boxing says Joshua beat Ruiz, but I do not want to see a third fight. No, I don't want to see it either, man. I don't want to see it either. Derek Bailey say, where AJ get all that energy from, man? He lost that weight, man. He had to refocus his whole camp. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think he would be able to do it, man, but he showed that he could bounce on his toes the whole 12 rounds, man, and I am very impressed. But you know what? Anthony Joshua, man, he had a lot to be motivated for. You know what I mean? Anthony Joshua, he listened to everybody drag his face through the mud, drag his face through the gravel. He listened to everybody saying he had no heart, he had no chance of winning, that Andy Ruiz was going to go in there and destroy him. You know what I'm saying? He had to listen to that shit for 6 months. For 6 whole months, he had to listen to people down him, discredit him, discredit his whole history, man, his whole title reign, saying that, he's not no heavyweight champion, man. What I say to that is, you don't win a gold medal without being able to box. You know what I'm saying? What it was is Anthony Joshua, he fell in love with his power. He admitted that, man. He said he used to get in the gym and he tried to bench press the world. You know what I'm saying? He said he tried to bench press the world. Damn, this chat is moving a little fast, man. Dre Spective Boxing says AJ known to tire out, but he was a lot leaner and wasn't lean on or tired out. Yeah, man, he was not tired out at all, man, and it surprised me. One thing I do give Andy Ruiz credit for is that he did not accept no clinches. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony Joshua, when he would clinch him, Andy Ruiz, that big Pillsbury Doughboy motherfucker, he got him up off of him, man. You know what I'm saying? He got him up off him. He was strong. You know what I'm saying? He was strong, and that's what that extra weight does to you. It makes you stronger. But, if you knew, and this is my thing, Andy Ruiz knew AJ's game plan. He knew, he said it plenty of times that AJ was going to come in and try to box him around. You know what I'm saying? Try to box. Try to stay away from him. Try to stick and move. Andy Ruiz said this, man. He said this several times on the build up to the fight. Adrian Cole, I ain't see you up in here. What's good with your fam? He said this on the build up to the fight. Why would you come in 16 pounds heavier? Why wouldn't you try to be lighter if you know this guy's going to try to box? You know you're going to have to try to catch him. You know you're going to have to chase him around the ring. You know you're going to have to cut off the ring. You know, coming in 16 pounds heavier was just a amateurish move, man. And it showed that Andy Ruiz is not on Anthony Joshua's level. I said it right after, Andy Ruiz started, going on all these parades and going on all these night shows and all that shit, man. I said he's caught up in this Hollywood shit. He's caught up, man. You know what I'm saying? His whole life changed. Can you imagine that? He went from not being able to pay his bills. He was living in his mother's house with his girlfriend and 5 kids in one room. In one room. He was living in his mama's house. You know what I'm saying? You go from that to being heavyweight champion of the world, having an unlimited bank account, buying whatever you want to buy, all these cars, big mansion in California, man. You're going on all these talk shows, man. You're doing all these big parades. You're waving, you're kissing babies, man. That changes you. You got all these people who want autographs, who want pictures. That shit changes you. You know what I'm saying? And Andy Ruiz got caught up, man. He got caught up in all the glamour and the glitz. While AJ, he remained humble. He remained focused. He listened. He listened to all the criticism that everybody had for him. He listened. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Derek Bailey, he was about to retire. He was about to give it up. And just to go from that to where he went, man, he lost focus, man. He took his eye off the prize. You understand me? He took his eyes off the prize. And I know, before I got on here, I wanted to check the temperature. I wanted to see what YouTube was talking about. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting to go down my YouTube timeline and listen to some of my favorite channels that I listen to every day who claim Anthony Joshua ran. These are the same dudes who praised Floyd Mayweather for years. Praised him. Oh, Floyd Mayweather is the master at the hit and don't get hit. You understand me? But now, all of a sudden, Anthony Joshua ran. Get out of here, man. Give me a break, man. Anthony Joshua went in there and he put on for the Brits, man. He put on for Saudi Arabia, and he put on for the heavyweight division, man. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua should be commended. Anthony Joshua ain't no joke, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading all through the chat, man. Terry Crews, I see you, fam. Sergio Martinez, from the time Ruiz beat AJ the first time, the time he started training camp, I'm sure he gained 40 plus pounds. Exactly. And when they was coming out talking about he was losing weight and he was coming down in weight, go back and watch and look at my videos. I said it. I said, man, this guy ain't lost no weight. I'm watching him eat all these pizzas, shoving them in his mouth, with all this cheese and pastrami and pepperonis, and eating this pasta, eating all these wings. I mean, on different occasions, not just one, not just two, but different occasions, man. Andy Ruiz had no type of structure during this training camp, man, and it showed up on the night of the fight. You know what I'm saying? Taking no credit away from AJ. AJ made him look like an amateur in there. I don't think Ruiz won one round. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he won one round. James West, what's good with you, fam? Exactly. Ruiz lost focus. Danny Alvia says Joshua versus Wilder next. That would be ideal. That would be a lot of fight fans' dreams, man. But to tell you the truth, I don't know if that's going to happen right away, man. You know what I'm saying? AJ said before this fight that he was not entertaining any questions about Deontay Wilder during the build-up to this fight or after the fight. And surprisingly, Chris Mannix did not ask them about Deontay Wilder. That was a shocker. You understand me? That was a shocker, man. But AJ, man, he needs to be proud of this win. You know what I'm saying? He needs to soak it all in, man. And, credit to him. And I like his integrity as a man. You know what I'm saying? AJ walks around with his head up. And, you know what I'm saying? Even in defeat, like I said a little while ago, man, Anthony Joshua, he could have made all type of excuses in the first fight. You know what I'm saying? You heard Joey DeWelko knocked him out in sparring. You heard he had a panic attack. You heard he had a concussion leading up to the fight. All these excuses leading up to the first fight. Anthony Joshua did not bite on any of them. You know what I'm saying? That's a real man right there. He didn't bite on any of them. What he did was he gave Andy Ruiz credit. He said he was the better man that night. He beat me. And he took all the criticism forward. You know what I'm saying? He let people drag his face on a cobblestone for 6 months about it. You know what I'm saying? Attacking his character, saying he quit. You understand me? How can a guy quit? He got up 4 times. If he wanted to quit, he would have stayed down. You know, he wanted to stay down. He would have stayed down. This guy got up off the canvas 4 times, and what I think he was trying to bide his time. You know, spitting out the mouthpiece. You know, he thought the referee was going to come back and give him his mouthpiece, but he waved it off. You know what I'm saying? But that's history, man. You know what I'm saying? That's history. AJ is the champion. Andy Ruiz is one and done. Dope action. What's good with you, fam? He says, I cut the fight off when I seen Ruiz losing. Damn, Ruiz gained weight and went backwards. Someone told Andy wrong about the weight gain or what? Nah, ain't nobody tell him wrong. Manny Robles wanted Andy Ruiz in camp in July. He wanted him in camp in July. Guess when Andy Ruiz showed up? In September. You understand me? Andy Ruiz said after the fight, inside the square circle, he said that he trained a lot. He trained himself. You know what I'm saying? He trained himself for a lot of the camp, man. And I heard this at the beginning of the camp that Manny Robles was having a hard time getting Andy Ruiz to come to the gym. He would call him, and Andy Ruiz says, you know what, I'm going to run on the treadmill at home. You know what I'm saying? He took his eye off the ball. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, man, Andy Ruiz, you know what I'm saying, he just not on AJ's level. You know what I'm saying? He's just not on AJ's level. The first fight, he caught AJ slipping. I give him that. He caught him slipping. He hit him with the temple shot that fucked AJ all up. You understand me? And he took advantage of that, man. AJ did not expect him to do what he did. You know what I'm saying? He was looking to fight Big Baby, and when they switched up, he didn't want to leave that mansion, man. And when they switched up opponents, AJ took his eye off the ball. He's looking at Andrew Ruiz, this fat butterbean boy from Pillsbury Township. There's nothing he can do with me. You know what I'm saying? And Wilder fought the week or two before and starched Dominic Brazil, in the first round. So when AJ hurt him and dropped him in that third round, all that was in AJ's mind was Deontay Wilder had a sensational knockout a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? I got to top that. And he tried to jump on Andy Ruiz, and Andy Ruiz caught him. He caught him with a shot that he was not prepared for, a shot that he was not looking for, and, the rest is history, man. But AJ went back to the drawing board. He enlisted the help of Vladimir Klitschko and, a lot of other dudes, man. Andrew Tabiti, who signed to Mayweather Promotions, who was a cruiserweight. Andrew Tabiti was brought in as a sparring partner for AJ. And I watched the interview, with them a week or two ago, and he talked about how, the weight loss with Anthony Joshua and how fast AJ was, man. He said his speed surprised him. He says his speed surprised him. And we seen some of that speed tonight. We seen some of that speed against Andy Ruiz, man. You know what I'm saying? Although Andy Ruiz was the faster fighter, you know what I'm saying, we was able to see that speed from AJ. James West says Ruiz can still be relevant. He has to get back to work right away. Don't sit home and feel sorry for yourself. Exactly, man. AV Julian, Joshua made the adjustments. He dropped 20 plus pounds of mass and was fighter fighting on this fight. He improved his footwork, used the ring, and stayed behind the jab. You're absolutely right, man. The key to Anthony Joshua's success that I said before the fight was he's going to have to maintain distance. He's going to have to stick that jab out there, that long jab, might I add you. You know what I'm saying? He got a substantial reach advantage over Anthony Joshua. Over Andy Ruiz. He was going to have to stick that jab out there, man. Every now and then come back up with the hook and the uppercut, you know what I'm saying, and get in the clinch, turn Andy Ruiz and get back to the middle. You know what I'm saying? Get right back out of there. You know what I'm saying? And he was successful at doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what led to the victory, man. He cruised to this victory. This was an easy fight for Anthony Joshua. It was easy. There was times through the fight where just thinking back to the first fight, we was a little unsure, a little, worried, will he get clipped? You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, it was just smooth sailing to a smooth victory. Anthony Joshua was able to do it. He was able to get it done, man. And he showed that he is one of the best heavyweights that can move. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know he could move like this. We never seen it. You know what I'm saying? Now he's one of those top guys. He can move. He added something else to his arsenal. He ain't just a big brute who could come in there and, everybody call him robotic and all this and that. No, Anthony Joshua, he switched that shit up, man. He switched that shit up. Now this dude was floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? Man. Sergio Martinez says Ruiz versus Ortiz or Kwanaki would be a good fight. Oh, I would love any of those fights. Oh, my God. You talking about action-packed, especially with Adam Kwanaki. Oh, my dear. That would be a hell of a fight. AV Julian says he outclassed Ruiz using range of motion. Ruiz clearly hit it into this fight careless and overconfident. He thought his name and fairy tale story was going to win the fight for him. Yeah, he was a little overconfident. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely overconfident. He talked about how, everybody he just kept using Mike Tyson's line. Everybody's got a plan until they get hit. He said that over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? But you knew this guy was going to come out and box you. You knew this guy was going to try to stick and move. But yet you come in 16 pounds overweight. You come in 283 pounds at 5'11". I know his box rec says 6'2", but the guy's 5'11", 6 foot. You understand me? You hear me, man? Man, he's a little dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a little dude. And to carry all that weight around, you can see it. You can see it all in his stomach, man. He tried to pull his trunks up a little bit high, you know what I'm saying? But, and you can still see that blubber hanging over it, man. Hey, man, shout out to my homie CMD Boxing Reports. He says, congratulations to Joshua, but what did you think about Dillian White? Hey, first of all, man, if you're not subscribed to CMD Boxing Reports, go over there and check them out, man, and hit that subscribe button. Really, really good channel, man. Really good channel. Dillian White, he looked just like he should have looked, taking a fight on 3 weeks notice. He was heavy, I think he was 271, 272. That was a record high for him. He looked gassed out, like you expect from a guy who took a fight in 3 or 4 weeks notice. Dillian White looked like himself, to be honest with you, man. It just didn't raise the bar or lower the bar for me. Dillian White was Dillian White. The dude he was fighting, I knew he was a tough dude. I watched Klitschko beat the brakes off of him, man, and the guy, he wouldn't go nowhere. So I didn't think Dillian White would be able to knock him out. He did catch White with some very good shots. You know what I'm saying? Eric Molina, man, is trash. Eric Molina, I don't know if any of y'all seen the preliminary bouts, but Eric Molina need to be ashamed of himself, man. He basically quit like he been doing, and I don't think a promoter anywhere should hire him again, man. He's just embarrassment to boxing. The guy Flip Grovic, I like him. You know what I'm saying? I like him. I want to see more of him. I want to see him fight somebody who's going to offer some resistance, though. Not this guy. Andy. I mean, not Andy. What's his name? Eric Molina. You know what I'm saying? Ashley Tisdale, what's good with you, fam? Ashley says, congratulations, AJ. That's right, man. AJ was able to do it. Hey, man, if you're just coming in, don't forget to hit the like button, man. And if you're yet to subscribe, if you're new here, I want you to be here. So think about hitting that subscribe button as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. Nabai, I do not know how to pronounce your name. Please forgive me. But he says, do thing AJ was running scared. I ask you this, do you think Floyd Mayweather was running scared? Are you one of those guys who rooted for Floyd Mayweather all those years and said he was a masterful boxer, but all of a sudden now you want to say that AJ ran, but you cheered Floyd Mayweather for years? Are you one of those people? I'm just asking, man. I'm just asking, man. I want to see what's next for AJ. AV Julian says, so disappointing. He let his supporters down, not because he lost in the ring, but because he lost 6 months prior to stepping in the ring tonight. Matador, what's good, fam? He says Andy made him quit. AJ outboxed him. Only people who aren't interested in a trilogy are the ones scared for their fighter. All right. I'm curious to see what's next for AJ, what they do. I know, after the loss, he had a lot to say about fighters, taking easy fights and how he always, looked for the top competition and how, maybe he should take some easy fights. You know what I'm saying? This is with, Anthony Joshua was saying. My man, legendary Top Cats in the house. He says, turn on one time, fam. I got you in the VIP booth in the bottle at the club tomorrow night. Hey, you know what? I've been hearing about that, man. I'm definitely stepping through there, man. If y'all ain't hep to my man, legendary Top Cats, y'all better get hep. Go over there and subscribe, man. Turn up, my man. Yeah, I'm going on. I'm coming. I'll be there, fam. You understand me? I will definitely be there. But AJ did what he was supposed to do. Hats off to him. You seen Eddie Hearn and his dad, and Eddie Hearn was so happy, man. They was hugging, him and his dad was hugging. Where 6 months ago, his dad was trying to choke the shit out of his ass. You understand me? But they was hugging and happy and jumping up and down. They had the confetti, you know what I'm saying? Pouring out the sky. They had the fireworks. I gotta admit, Saudi Arabia, man, they ain't pull no punches, man. They laid out the red carpet for DAZN and Matchroom Boxing, man. It was a beautiful, beautiful stadium arena that they built in 3 months. You know what I mean? The graphics was tight. The lighting was on point. You know what I mean? The ring walks was epic, colorful. The light show was amazing. And, I just think they put on an amazing event. And, Saudi Arabia more than likely will host more big events, man. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that I'm getting from the fighters and everybody that was over there was positive feedback from Saudi Arabia. Everybody's talking about how, hospitable the people is, how, how everything they heard was wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I look for more fights to be over there, man. But AJ, this is all about AJ right now. Anthony Joshua did his thing, man. He reclaimed his titles. You understand me? If you look at my videos, just saying, I ain't just jumping on the bandwagon. I've been calling this all the way through. I told you AJ would beat Ruiz. I thought he would stop him, but I'm happy. I'll take the victory, man. He was able to get in there, you know what I'm saying, and box circles around Ruiz. Ruiz looked crazy, chasing him around. He wasn't cutting the ring off like an experienced veteran, like a true champion would. A true champion would go in there and cut the goddamn ring off. Yet you following this man around. This man is just dancing, jabbing, sticking and moving and grooving. You understand me? AV Julian says, hopefully he let this be a lesson to him. And congrats to Joshua on a very well-deserved win and reclamation of the IBO, WBA, and WBO heavyweight titles. My man Top Cat says facts. They are about to party tonight. DJ Cuppy, my African wife, dinging out there tonight. No doubt, man. They gonna get busy. They gonna get busy, man. And like I said a little while ago, man, the class that AJ showed, you know what I'm saying? He didn't jump up and down and, holler and scream, you know what I'm saying? He act like he been there before. You understand me? My OG used to say to me back when I was a youngster, man, act like you been there before, kid. You know what I'm saying? Act like you been there before. Don't be all happy and looking around and, eyes big and just happy to be in the room. Nah, fam. Act like you've been there before, like you belong there. This is where I'm supposed to be. And that's how AJ carried it. You understand me? That's how he carried it. He says, I was humble in defeat and I'm going to be humble in victory. And I got to take my hats off to AJ, man. Ill and Odd says trilogy. To be honest with you, man, I don't know if I want to see that again. You know what I'm saying? I think AJ could come in and I don't care how much weight Andy Ruiz lose. I think he could do the same thing if he wanted to. Come in there and box. You know what I'm saying? Come in there and just box and, snap Ruiz head back the whole night like he was. T Wheat, what's good, fam? He says this ain't welterweight boxing. AJ ran all night. Okay, T Wheat. I hear you. I hear you. AV Julian, I felt the Povetkin deserved the nod. I had it 115, 113 for Povetkin. You know what? I think that fight was very, very close. But like you, fam, I believe that, should there have been a winner, I see it for Povetkin. You know what I'm saying? Those middle rounds, Hunter came out, he started fast. You know what I mean? He started fast, jumped right on Povetkin's ass. You know what I'm saying? Povetkin wasn't ready for that. Them 40-year-old legs ain't ready for all that abuse, man. But, Hunter jumped right on his ass from round one. Round two, round three, I gave to Hunter. But those middle rounds, man, Hunter sitting there trying to go toe-to-toe with Povetkin, I believe, was a bad strategy, and that allowed Povetkin to go up in the cards as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until the later rounds that, Hunter figured it out like, damn, I better start boxing again. You know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of balanced it out for me, man. Kind of balanced it out for the judges, and therefore, you got the draw. But I could see it for Povetkin, but I'm not mad at the draw. It was a real good fight, man. Michael Hunter, I didn't know that he beat all the top heavyweights in the amateurs. I was watching a video with him, man. He said he beat Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Andy Ruiz. He said he beat all those dudes in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? But I'm happy with a draw. You know what I'm saying? They did their thing. T Wheat, heavyweights don't run around the ring all night. It's going to be fun when AJ fights a taller fighter who will be able to touch him and up a little bit more and he can't run. What about Muhammad Ali? What about one of the greatest of all time who float like a butterfly and sting like a bee? Huh? Come on, man. Come on. I ain't gonna disrespect you, homie. I appreciate you stopping through, T Wheat. But you're not making too much sense right now, Playboy. You're not making too much sense right now. But listen, man, it was a great card. I was really hyped up for this card. But I'm gonna sit back for a little bit, give me something to eat, and I'm gonna get ready for tonight, man. Jamel Charlo will be going up against Dennis Hogan, man. Dennis Hogan, man, I thought he beat Munguia in Mexico. I thought he whooped his ass in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? And Munguia, a lot of people thought he was the next best thing. But Dennis Hogan went in there and put on a beautiful display of boxing, man. I thought he beat Munguia. But, Charlo, he seems to be real motivated for this fight, real amped up for this fight, man. And I want to see what happens, man. My man Legendary says, the Zone did they thing. Good top of the day boxing. Yeah, man, I was impressed with him. James West says, will you be streaming during the Charlo fight? You know what, man? I don't know, man. This ain't the program I usually use. The program I use, for some reason, I can't use it. You know what I mean? So this is my alternative. You know, I like to, you know what I mean, use my green screen and all that shit right there. But I'm not sure, man. I might, man. Check back with me, fam. Check back with me, man. But listen, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like I said, if you're new here, I want you to be here. So tap dance on that subscribe button as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. Hit that like button on your way in or on your way out. I appreciate y'all stopping through. But in the meantime and in between time, stay blessed and keep on supporting this sport that we love called boxing. Deuces. I holla back.